Okay. Let's start. We already have dignitaries here waiting, so I wanted to also wait, some extra minutes. But since we have up to 30 persons, I think we can start. You're welcome once again to Indices Market Mastery class. My name is Samuel. We hold sessions like this every Thursday. As I always like to do, I like to start with announcements. So yes, every day, mornings and afternoons, with this link, you can join our sessions 8 a.m. in the morning and 2 p.m. in the afternoon for morning and afternoon sessions. But note that on Wednesdays and Thursdays, we start an hour earlier. That's 1 p.m. for Wednesdays and Thursdays. Wednesday, we hold it 1 p.m. That's for currency power strategy. We had one yesterday, was fine. And then on Thursday, like today, we have Indices Market Mastery. That's for the index class. Okay, so this will lead us into afternoon session where we'll have live trading. Okay, so yes, you're welcome once again. Yeah, let's talk about yesterday, especially for those persons who were here yesterday. So let me get our feedbacks regarding FOMC, because yesterday we were able to analyze the market, and we decided that, okay, we said that if that data came out the same, okay, or higher, it would go for the dollar. But we said that if it came out the same, it's better to hold on for the press conference and to do whatever the market was doing, which is likely going to give the dollar strength. And that's actually what happened yesterday. I think FOMC gave dollar a lot of strength. GBP USD pairs against the dollar actually fell. So let me know how many persons were able to take advantage of some of the things we talked about, and you're able to make profit from FOMC. Is there anybody here that was able to make profit from FOMC buying the dollar? Any any testifier in the house? Testimony time, blessing time. Start, because I don't want to believe that. Oh, okay. Thank God. I don't want to believe that after we talked yesterday, we're not able to take advantage of it. Okay, we have testifiers in the house. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Yes, when we saw with what dollar did, I was actually very excited. I was very happy because I know that is what we discussed. Especially those people who attended the currency class yesterday, that's what we discussed. And so I was very happy when I saw it. I said, this is, I expect that people made profit from this, So we'll look at the chart. I think let me share my chart. Let's look at the chart and then consider what we're expecting, what the market did, and now we expect it to go, especially since I think we have a high impact news in the next 20 minutes or thereabouts. So we'll consider it also. Consider it. Let me share it. Thank God we made money. So I want to also say something. There's one important aspect that I want to talk about, by way of just, will I say motivation? I don't know. I'm not a motivational speaker, but sometimes, and I was saying this yesterday also, I don't know about others. I know about others. When we hold meetings like this, it's not just because we want to give you immediate entries to trade, but for many of us, that's usually our focus. When we join classes like this, we want to get the entry. People will say, please give us entry. Please give us entry. And we use that to actually limit ourselves. You'll be given an entry. You'll be given an entry of take profit at around 10 pips. and you're okay with that, but you do not listen to find out, oh, why. This is the dollar index chart yesterday, and we're going to just ask ourselves some personal questions. So we want to be traders, we want to be professional traders, we want to trade. If you remember, this is the particular line where we drew for dollar index yesterday while it was selling, and we said it's likely going to sell here before that high impact news, right? And so that impact news started by 7 p.m. and dollar index was able, the dollar index itself, was able to make up to 80 or 90 pips of strength. You understand? But so the question now is, if you let's look at GBP USD for instance. If at that point in time, let's say you were expecting you were there in the market, and then GBP USD from that yesterday's data up till early hours of this morning, even till now, let's not even talk about now. Let's look at what GBP USD did from that 7 o'clock it came out, and where it sold over 80 pips. So the question is, how many pips are you able to take from the market? Signals will be there, and signals will give you what? Give you 10 pips. Signals will give you what? 15 pips, But the truth is that if you're not ready to arm yourself with enough information to enter into the market instantly, there's a high chance that you may not be able to make the kind of profit, because the truth is, if you're trading in this business, there's an amount of profit that will set you up, we understand, for further success. If you are somebody who is interested in, I was saying it here during one of the currency classes, interested in, placing pending orders, placing pending orders, making 10 pips, 2K here, 7K here, and you say, oh, you're good. Okay. The truth is, how many days consistently can you comfortably make that amount? But if you're somebody who is able to use the information you're getting to take advantage of the market, there are days where you'll be able to make a lot. So that days where you cannot make up to your 7K daily target, you are fine. Do you understand? It's very possible that, you could make at least 50,000 naira from this move yesterday, trading the strength of the dollar. Okay. And if you do that, just let's say your daily target is 5,000, and in a day, because of a high impact news, that you did not just enter into the chart to trade, a high impact news that was analyzed and was talked about and said these are the things to look out for, and you used it, there's a high chance that you would have made 2 weeks daily target. And what would that do? That will reduce the pressure on you. Even if you're trading today, you'll be trading with less pressure. But sometimes when we're really explaining some of these things, explaining why we are buying, explaining why we are selling, people are not really interested. They just want to hear buy now. They want to hear sell now. Just like some people want to hear thus says the Lord. They don't want to read Bible themselves. They don't want to read Quran themselves. They just need someone that will tell them thus says the Lord. You understand? I want to encourage you to make sure that as we go through these classes and we're talking about this, we're talking about that, you're very interested in that information, even more than the entry, because a day will come when that information will make a lot of money for you. Do you understand? So that's very important. I know it would be, from my voice, you can tell I'm a very young person. So I believe I'm talking to my elders. You understand? It just happens that I have some information because I've been doing this for a while. But I know that information is even more important than entry, than signal. Because, for instance, sometimes we'll get a buy stop. We'll give you a buy stop. Look at what will happen. We give you a buy stop at a particular price. Price we buy from the current price. We buy. So you watch price buying till your buy stop. What have you? So that buy that price has done to your buy stop, you will watch that buy till your buy. So it's when it gets to your buy stop, your own buy will start. That's where so it's good. Pending order is fine. Signals are fine, especially when you're just coming in, you just want to learn. But I'm just saying that at no point in time should you relax and say, give me signal. No, because signal for a professional trader will limit you. You are going to place a buy stop at $20. Price is at $5. Price will buy all the way to $20. Where some people have even come out of the market, they've forgotten they have traded because of one or two things they can see on the chart. You understand? So let us be encouraged. Let us just take this as a form of encouragement to be very interested in the why. Why are we buying? Why are we selling? What does this candlestick mean? What does this price action mean? What can this indicator do for me? How can I use this indicator? How can I do this? For the past 2 weeks now, we've been talking about the EMA strategy. The EMA strategy. And I've been getting, I dropped my email address and I dropped my phone number. Some of you reached out on WhatsApp and through email address and said you're doing well. Okay. But the truth is that majority have not still been able to, majority that attended that class, they've not still been able to practice. They've not the time to set aside to practice that strategy, learn it and use it. They've not to. But every day they continue to go on Telegram, they go everywhere looking for signal, looking for buy, stop, take profit, stop loss, limiting themselves. Do you understand? So please, we are going to do some analysis today also in the market. I'm also, apart from buy, stop, sell, so I'm going to give you analysis, fundamental analysis, everything. Please make sure that you pay attention, okay? And I'm very sure, I'm very hopeful, that we'll do very well in this month, because that's my earnest hope. I have parents who are still alive, so I know what the struggle is to ensure that there are funds or to ensure that things are going well. Okay, so let's move on. Enough of that. Was a motivational speech. I don't know if that qualifies, but enough of that. Let's look at the markets today. Let's first talk about yesterday. Well, yesterday US released their interest rate report and they maintained it at 5.5%. Okay, they maintain it at 5.5. We were hoping that if they increased it, if they increased it, it was going to go to, go above. But the dollar was going to be strong, but they did not. But during the press conference, we actually saw that they agreed that there are still plans to actually increase interest rates. When it comes to interest rates, we have two types of statement. If you watch or follow news on interest rates, they have what we call the hawkish and the dovish. Okay. The hawkish and the dovish. For the hawkish statement is kind of statement where that gives the vibe of a hike in interest rate. Okay, yesterday I was able to explain to us, I took time to explain to us the relationship between interest rate hike and all the like. So yesterday that happened. So whenever a government or whenever an economy is talking, they say they are giving a hawkish statement, it means that they are considering interest rate hike. But when they're giving a dovish statement, it means that they are considering a reduction in interest rates. You understand? So that's what happened here. But yesterday, when Jerome Powell was speaking, Jerome Powell is the Fed, the chairman of the US Fed. You understand? So when he was speaking yesterday, found out that he was saying something about interest rates, and he was considering the fact that he said, yes, they are maintaining the interest rate currently, but they're still going to increase. They're still considering increasing interest rates if there is anything that's going to happen. That's what their plan is, apparently. Okay, it remains to be seen, but that's the idea. That's what it's all about. But that said, if we consider the US market, okay, let's go to Forex Factory and check it out. Okay, we have this here. If we consider what came out yesterday, at the end of the class, I'll drop my WhatsApp details so that everybody can just get it at once. Or my email. So let's look at yesterday. Please, there's one thing I have said. There's one thing I have said, and I continue to say that the dollar is likely going to continue being strong. If you've attended this class for the past 3 weeks or whatever, there is this person, I may not be able to do this in this class, so explaining what pips is. This is you may need to attend an advanced maybe a basic class for that to explain this thing, but that slide is like very basic, so you may need to attend a basic class for that. So I was saying something. I was saying that we have said that the dollar is on a bullish run. The dollar is on a bullish run. And what that means is that your best bet, if you're trading currencies, your best bet is to take sales at resistance points. If you're trading indices, your best bet is to take sales at resistance points. Even oil, your best bet right now is to take sell at resistance point. We're going to check all these things and understand what it is. But this is what happened. They released the data and it was still 5.5%. But the speech that was given gave us the feeling that there was still plans to increase interest rates, and so that's what the US Fed is likely going to say throughout the rest of this month. In fact, throughout the rest of this year, they're going to do that to ensure that the dollar continues her strength till the end of this year. That's likely what will happen, and that is why yesterday indices fell. Gold fell, a lot of opportunities in the market yesterday, but yesterday is gone. Today we are in need. So let us look at the market today. Some of you don't know I just sang a song. Okay, so today what happened by 12 p.m. there was a high impact news on GBP. There was a high impact news on GBP by 12 p.m. today. If you do not know. Okay, and that high impact news was also regarding GBP and their interest rates. You understand? Was regarding GBP and their interest rate. Now, we were expecting that in the UK they were going to increase their interest rate. It was something that we expected seriously, that they're going to increase their interest rate. Yes, but they did not. They maintained the former rate. Look at it, 5.25. They maintained 5.25. Okay, they maintained it. So that is why GBP currently is bearish. Okay, GBP is bearish. Okay, somebody says the difference between green and what you're mostly interested is this place here, the actual in focus. Most likely Forex Factory would give you a green number here if the data is better than the expected. Okay, they'll give you a green number. But if it is worse, if it is not better than expected, if it is the same with expected, they'll give you a black number. And if it is worse or less than expected, they'll give you a red number. Like here now, 5.25 is less than 5.5%. You understand? So that's why GBP actually fell. And it should not be a problem, because most likely if you're trading GBP USD, it's on a downtrend. Your best bet is to be on a sell, right? If you're not on a sell right now, you want to wait for it to retrace towards the nearest resistance and take a sell, right? I've always said that. I have maintained this for more than 3 weeks now. Okay. So today, in the next 8 minutes or the next 7 minutes and some seconds, as Forex Factory is detecting, we're going to be having unemployment claims. I don't think unemployment claims is going to give a lot of volatility. You understand? I don't think unemployment claim is going to give a lot of volatility, because the truth is, except if it gives dollar strength. If it gives dollar strength, then dollar is going to be very strong. Okay, if it gives dollar strength, dollar is going to be very strong. But the data that we are seeing, we expect the data higher than, if the data is higher than 224,000, because this is unemployment claims. And what does unemployment claim mean? Unemployment claim means that if you in the US, for those that are unemployed, that's able to work but they do not have jobs, they have stipends that they get. Okay, so the Department of Labor usually pulls the weekly data for the number of people who request for unemployment benefits. Okay, so if the number of people that request for unemployment benefits is high, it shows that the level of unemployment is high. If the number of people that request for unemployment benefit is low, it shows that the level of unemployment is low. So we are expecting it to increase by 4,000 because the previous was 220,000. We're expecting that it will likely increase to 224,000. But if the data comes out lower than 224,000, it will give dollar strength. You understand? It will give dollar strength. If you do five, if the data that comes out, if it is less than 224, not more, if the data is less than 224, it will give dollar strength because it means that unemployment has reduced. You understand? But if the data comes out and it is higher than 224, normally we used to say if actual is higher than forecast, but in this case, actual is referring to unemployment. So if it is higher than 224, it will likely weaken the dollar just momentarily. I don't expect the weakness to continue for a long time, just maybe momentarily, to just give dollar a retracement. But I expect the strength of the dollar to likely continue, especially in the US session today. I expect the strength of the dollar to likely continue, especially in the US session today. We should see a bigger response of investors to the interest rate report that was released yesterday evening. You understand? So that's what I advise. But personally, I'm not too thrilled about trading unemployment claims. I'm only very much interested in the US session today. Okay. So that said, let's go to our chart. It's Indices Market Mastery. Let's go to our chart and analyze the index market. Okay. Let's go to our chart and analyze the index market. If there's no audio, you likely not even hear what I'm about to say, but I'm sure it's your network. I'm sure it's your network. Okay. So once again, these sessions are also live streamed, on YouTube. You can check out our YouTube page and do all the good stuff. Okay. So good. Let's start with DE30. Normally, before now, we will do an introduction to DE30 to introduce it and all that, but we've had this session for a long time, and you should look at how DE30 is selling. Look at how DE30 is selling. Am I surprised? No, right? Because we expect this sell. We expect this sell, and this sell is likely going to continue. You understand? Because of the strength of the dollar, indices in the index market will likely fall. The only thing is maybe a retracement, because if you check dollar index on 1 hour, you find out that we've had this sell, we had a bit of retracement. This is a downtrend, right? We've had another one. So what you should be waiting for is for price to retrace to the upside, from which you can now take a sell again to at least this low. So on DE30, you can see that you have a sell, and if you check, this is the daily time frame. This is daily time frame. All the previous times that DE30 fell from this point, most recently, it was able to fall at least to this verified support. DE30 was able to fall at least to this verified support. So this is an opportunity. When an opportunity is as clear as this, you don't want to be, you want to trade with as much as possible. You understand? Hey, the DE30 is affected by both the dollar and the euro. You know that DE30 is mostly affected by the dollar. Why? Because yes, it is a German index, and so yes, it has its correlation with the euro, but it is a global stock, and that is why this price you are seeing by the right here is dollar prices. Yes, it's dollar price. So ultimately, it usually responds negatively to the dollar. The strength of the dollar weakens it. You understand? Because it's a global stock. So it's not just only traded in Germany. It's not just only traded in the Eurozone. It's traded all over the world. And all over the world is traded in terms of the dollar, in exchange with the dollar. You understand? So that's why the dollar usually has greater impact in it. So what I'm saying is that this is an opportunity. to actually sell D30. These are opportunities you see in the market, and you can now increase your trading capital. That is what risk management is. When you see a good opportunity, you can increase your trading capital and follow that move. You understand? Not when you enter, when you want to trade in the market and the market is just ranging, and that is when you are now you want to trade. It's times like this when there is a clear move in the market that you can even have more in your trading account and you can take advantage of that move. Okay, so what are we saying? I'm saying that if you check D30 right now, currently D30 is on a support. Why did I say it's on a support? If you check where D30 is now and you look back, if you look back, you will notice something. Let me show us. I'll try and zoom in as much as possible. Okay, so I have placed a line on where D30 currently is. And if we scroll back a bit, you will notice that if you follow that line, I've already placed a line. So we are following that blue line to see what has happened anytime price got to around that blue line. Look at this blue line here. Around this blue line, price was rejected here. So there's a price barrier here. Right? So let's continue. Follow that blue line. Price was rejected here. Price was rejected here. Follow that blue line. Price was rejected here also. So it tells me that there is a what? There is a current support around this. Look at price was rejected. So I will not just look at that. See red candle. Let me go in and sell. No. You understand? That's not what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm going to check and see what price has done around that zone in the past. You understand? So if price can conveniently now break that particular point, that's when I will say that, oh, okay. So USD unemployment claim came out and it is actually good for the dollar. Unemployment claim came out and it's actually good for the dollar. So it's possible that if you're trading, GBP USD is still going to sell a bit further. For those people who want to take quick trade in the market, GBP USD sell. Let's look at gold. Remember, it's a fundamental move, so you don't want to stay too long. Gold is selling, but it's on a verified support, so you want to be careful with the further sell. Only GBP USD can do a quick sell on it. Gold is on a verified support, so maybe when the US session begins, it can break that zone. But the news came out good for the dollar, so you can buy the dollar very briefly. Okay, you can buy the dollar very briefly. Also note that even the dollar itself is around an untested, is around the resistance. So you don't want to stay too long in that buy. Let's if you've not entered the trade at all, let's wait for the US session. Okay, let's wait for the US session. So let me continue. I was talking about DE30, and I was saying that if you notice, there is I was able to spot a support. I was able to spot a support, which is where this blue line is. Yes, currently price is trading below it, but it's a support zone. And so it's possible that from here, price could retrace a bit, just like it did here. Look at how price retraced a bit and gave us a lower low. That's what a downtrend is. So price can also retrace a bit and then now come down to give a lower low. So where is the best place to enter your sell? The best place to enter your sell is after price has retraced a bit. So anything that makes price to maybe come back towards this place. Anything that makes price to retrace towards this place, towards this 15,760. Anything that makes price to retrace maybe towards this 15,760 zone. Let me mark it. That is where it is better for me to take my sell from. From this zone like this. Let me minimize the chart so that I can show us a wider part of the market. So what are we saying? We're saying that if you check DE30 right now, okay, and you see how much DE30 is selling right now, it's possible that DE30 is on a downtrend. I've told us the best position you want to take on DE30 is a sell, right? The best position you want to take is on a sell. But if you're not already on a sell, entry point is very important. Your entry point is very important. So there are two things you can do. You can wait for price to either break this particular point, this 15,705. If price breaks that place, what does it mean for price to break it? It means that at the end of this 1 hour candle, the body of your candle has to form or has to close below that 15,705. The body of your candle has to close below that 15,705. If it closes below that point, then you can now sell. You can say, oh, price has broken this support. Let me sell. You understand? But if it cannot break below here, it's likely going to retrace back up to gather momentum to fall lower. So anything that makes it to retrace back up from between 15,740 to 15,760, you can sell further from there. But we are in agreement that DE30 is on a sell. DE30 is on a sell. These are the kind of analysis that, we will say, pay 200,000 naira, and you'd likely take it more seriously because you're paying for it. You understand? So please take this seriously. Okay, DE30 is on a sell. Whatever you're scalping, whatever you're doing, the best thing you want to do is to take a sell. But if you're not already on a sell, wait for price to close below 15,705, and then you can take a sell. See, a sell trade for people who already have trades on DE30. If you already have a sell trade on DE30 and not in profit yet, this is the kind of trade where you can hold on. This is the kind of trade where you may be in loss and it's affecting your capital. You can put in more to hold that position because you are trading according to the trend. You can be more confident with holding that position than when you're on a buy in this market. Do you understand? Because people ask and say, oh, please, I'm on a buy, please, I'm on a sell. What will happen? When you're on a trade that's not in profit, what you want to consider is what is the general trend? If the general trend of the market is following that your position, it's better that you add money to hold that position. You understand? Because there's a higher chance that price will still come there. In fact, if you hold that position, for instance, let me say I'm on a sell on DE30. Okay, just to share with you a little trick in this game. Let me say I'm on a sell on DE30 and I'm not in profit. Price has bought, but I know price is on a downtrend. I can increase my trading capital to hold that position, and instead, around any resistance, once price is getting to resistance, around resistance points, I can be taking sell there. So what will happen is that by the time price begins to return back to the trend, all those other sell positions I've taken at resistances will likely go into more profit even before price gets to that my first sell position. You understand? So for instance, if I sold at 500 and price is not selling, price is going up, price goes up to 400, I take another sell. Price goes up to 300, I take another sell. That's what they call stacking, because not just because I'm just selling, because the trend is a downtrend. Okay, price get to 100, I take another sell. By the time price begins to come back down, my 100, my seller entered at 100, my seller entered at 200, my seller entered at 300 will be in profit, so much so that I will already be making more profit than what I'm losing on that sell at 500, and I can close everything in profit. Okay, so for DE30, it's a downtrend. It's a downtrend for DE30. Do not also forget that I briefly explained to us the EMA scalping method, the 50-period EMA scalping method, where I said that when you have two consecutive, on the 15 minutes, when you have two consecutive bearish candles break below your 50-period moving average, when you have two consecutive bearish candles close below your 50-period or break below your 50-period moving average, you expect price to fall from there. Right? We've already talked about trend, and we said the best place to determine trend is on what? On 1 hour. Sorry, what am I saying? On 4 hours and daily time frame, right? We talked about that. You may need to go to YouTube to check for the video we had on that aspect. Okay, I may not be able to take that today again. But we've already said the best place to check the general trend of the market is your daily time frame, or maybe your 4 hours. Okay, but what I am saying once again is that for the we said that when you have two consecutive bearish candles break below your 50 EMA, it's a good time for you to sell. For instance, this one broke below 1, right? It broke below, but the next candle was a bullish candle, so that's not a clear signal. I wait. Now this one broke below, and this one was bearish and this one was bearish. I have two consecutive bearish candles. Normally before now, we used to say once price break below your 50 period, go in for a quick sell. Yes, but it's better that you have 2 consecutive bearish candles before you sell. So you could have sold from here and made profit. Here also, when price went back towards this place, it gave first a bullish candle, but the next candle was not bullish, so it did not confirm it, right? Now, it gave, where did it give us 2 consecutive bearish candles? Here. 1, this inverted hammer bearish candle, and 2. And from here, price has what? Price has sold. So if you are using that 50 EMA strategy, you should be making very good profit on indices, on currencies, on commodities. You should be making very good profit. You understand? These are strategies that we just gave for free. If there is a way I can couple this into an EA now, couple this into an indicator, design it and design it and design it, and say, guys, buy this, what will I call it now? Almighty, no loss trading formula. People will be rushing it to buy. But I've given it free here. That's just the thing. The truth is, when you create value around something, people rush it. So just follow that. But we have said that DE30 is on a downtrend. That is already established, right? That's already established. So let's move on from DE30. So we may not get too much volatility, especially during the 230 session for DE30, but just understand that DE30 is on a sell. So if it breaks below 15,705, that means if it closes conveniently below 15,705, then you can still sell DE30. Okay, you can sell DE30. But if it doesn't break below and it retraces to 15,760 or 15,740, okay, you can now take a sell from that particular point. Okay, I'm on 1 hour and it has not broken below. It has not broken below. Exactly, that's what breaking below means. The candle must close. I've told us that for you to say price breaks a support or a resistance, let the candle close. That support or resistance that you're monitoring price on, that time frame you're monitoring that support or resistance, let that candle close. In fact, some people will tell you that if the first candle breaks it, let the second candle close also below that place for you to say. I'm telling you, that's what some people will say, that for you to say price has broken a support, let the first candle, let candle close below it, let the next candle also close below it. You understand? So you don't just, you don't trade, or you don't determine those things during the life of the candle. Okay, so that's it. Let's continue. So that's for DE30. I've given my 2 cents on DE30. 15,705. If it breaks that point, closes below that point, you can sell. But if you retrace it back towards 15,760, 15,750, 15,770, you can actually now look out for a sell from that place. Okay. Yes. Let's move on from there. Let's check our US 100. Mr. Felix, this question you're asking, I believe you're just joining. So I've already answered this question. So you can check our YouTube where I answered this question. Okay. And try to come early. We said this class starts 1 o'clock. So I'm very sure if you have been in this class from the beginning, you will know what the reason is. But there's no problem. You can just check YouTube to see what we did. You can also check YouTube even for yesterday's class. You know, yesterday's class, even last week, 2 weeks ago, we explained all these things. You understand? So let's move on. US 100 today. Well, we have US 100 bearish. It's what we're expecting. We are not surprised that it is selling. Okay, you're not surprised that it is selling because it is bearish. It's supposed to sell, right? And that is why I have been singing. Okay, I have been singing. You know, most times when people are on wrong trade, they'll be spamming the inbox there. This GBP USD gave us is in loss, so and this is a loss, which is normal, I understand. But they will not spam the inbox and say, that dollar you said that will be strong for the past 3 weeks is still strong, you know. So this is just a continuation of what we talked about, and it's all about, we are going to ask yourself, if you have right? Even from when the price was here, we talked of sell. Even when price was here, we talked of sell. So the question is like, this is now an opportunity that has been made in the market, but how much have you taken out of it? You understand? Hey, how much have you taken out of it? But we thank God that the way the market is, it's a continuous thing. So we'll look at it today. On the daily time frame, US 100 is very bearish. And it's not even the US session yet. Because of the strength of the dollar, we can see how this sell has actually continued. What we want to do around this point in time is to check it out. And, there is a high chance that currently US 100 is oversold. Okay, there's a high chance that it's oversold. And we also understand that US 100 will likely be falling. US 100 will still sell further. Maybe not immediately. It could be immediately, but maybe not immediately, but it will likely sell further to around 15,000 and 14,770. From this 14,950 that it's currently trading, I feel it will still sell to 14,700 or 14,770. You see, so there is still room for US 100 to sell. And like I said, there's a high chance that to the end of this year, US indices market will likely be on a downtrend. So this is the time you want to increase your trading capital. When we talk to people about funding, say, all you people are talking about is funding. Well, there's an opportunity now. This is September, October, November, December. No matter everything you will be doing, the best position I feel that it will likely do is bearish. So even if it will not, of course, it will not keep selling every day. There are going to be buys in between. They're going to be push up in between. But your best bet is around verified resistances, proving resistances. That's where you want to be taking your sell trade. So I'm going to do something today. I'm going to give us some prices where I expect that between now and the end of the year, you could benefit from when you take a sell. I'm going to be giving us that, okay? I'm going to be giving us some prices on US 100 where I feel that between now and end of the year, you could benefit if you can take a sell from that place. If somehow you can monitor price, if you can watch when price gets here to take a sell from that place. So you can put it in your calendar, you can put it as your alarm, okay? One of the places I feel that we should look out for, no matter how price retraces and buys to, I feel that those are places we can look out for a good sell from. I'm just saying this not because of today, just because of going forward, in case I don't remember. This first place I just marked, anything, whatever that makes price to retrace towards this place, I feel that this is a strong place we can sell from. That is around 15,440. So you can put it down. 15,440 is a place I feel we can sell US 100 from. Okay, whatever happens and then it pushes up or whatever, we can sell from there. Another place we can sell from is 15,710. So 15,440, 15,710 is also a good place I feel we can sell US 100 from. Another strong place I feel like we can sell US 100 from is 15,900. 15,900. So anything makes it start pushing up, it gets to 15,440. It's a good place to take a sell. Of course, maybe not take a sell and leave it for 2 years ahead, but take a sell and be confident that you're going to make profit from there. Is a good place. Okay, 15,710 is a good place. 15,900 is a good place to sell US 100 from. Okay, but like I said, US 100 is on a downtrend, and so what you want to do trading US 100 is to take a sell. Okay, someone is asking volume. I feel like you are asking me to advise you what lot size. I cannot advise you what lot size because of course it depends on two things. Me, I'm a trader, so I'm a very realistic person. The truth is sometimes when you use a lot size that is too much, and it hits. So this is it. If you enter a trade and it hits loss, you use a lot size that is too much and you hit loss, you likely blame yourself and say, why did my lot size was too much? It was too risky. Yes, you can put a sell limit there. I put a sell limit there. But once your sell limit trigger, I want to advise you, if your sell limit trigger, it's good to also enter other positions there because it's about the opportunity. There's an amount of position you can enter. There's an amount of lots, total lots you can sell within 10 pips or 20 pips, and you will make a lot of money and you're out of the market for the rest of the month. Do you understand? So if you are going to be setting sell limit at that place, it's not 0.01, it's not 0.02. Of course, you need a good capital for that, but I'm just trying to give you the balance here. Okay, because I'm just being realistic. And what I'm saying is, if it takes price 1 week, 2 weeks to buy all the way, to retrace all the way to 15,440. Okay, and from that 15,440, we see it as a very strong zone that price can fall from. Is a strong zone. Okay, okay, this is the best way. Let me explain it like this. If no problem, I will drop my number. Okay, so let me talk like this, like a trader. Let me not lie. Okay, if I somehow, there is this story that was talked about in the Bible. There is this pool. They call it pool of Bethsaida. You know, for people who are not very religious. Like, sorry, I'm talking about the Bible. I'm just giving you a story. Now, that pool of Bethsaida. The thing about that pool is that it's a seasonal thing. There's an angel, as the story goes. There's an angel that comes in at every point in time to trouble the water. Now, what happens is, maybe the angel troubles the water. The first person to get into the water, will be healed of whatever disease they have. So let's say somehow that there is a miracle water like that somewhere in Nigeria. Okay, somewhere in Nigeria, and you do not have the chance to go there. You can only go there once in a year. So it means that if I can get there once in a year, I can get water that I can use to heal myself, heal anything, to be immortal or whatever. Now, you have the opportunity to go next week. There are some questions I'm going to ask. If you have the opportunity to go next week, number one, just listen to my explanation. If you have the opportunity to go next week, that is the only opportunity you have. Are you going to go with Ragolis rubber? Are you going to go with Ragolis rubber? Are you going to have the problem of, say, you don't have transport money to go? Let's be realistic. No matter how poor you are going to look for transport money to go for that trip. You are going to carry as much container as you want. I trust Nigerians. They will likely turn you back and say, this container is too much, right? That is it. So that's the idea. That is why my own point is that you may not be trading every day, but when there are strong opportunities in the market, that is when I expect that you should be greedy. There's something that this guy said. What's his name? What's this Microsoft man? No, not this Microsoft, not even Bill Gates. There's one of the biggest investors. He said, when people are greedy, be afraid. When people are greedy, be afraid. When people are afraid, be greedy. Now, what does that mean when that applies to the market? When you come into the market and you see market just selling, move, that most likely around that time you should be afraid. You should be afraid. If you are going to the market, you should calculate what kind of lot size you are using, another. But when you see price at a proven resistance, a strong resistance where buyers are afraid of buying any further, that is even where you are supposed to be greedy. That is even where you are supposed to use very good lot size to enter the market. You understand? Because now who make profits? Are be trade. You understand? Hey, GP tank, pumping machine. Elon Musk, thank you. So even when it's a fuel tanker fall, till now, with everything we know, say fuel tanker they catch fire, people they die. Till now, if fuel tanker fall somewhere, people go see carry container, because life is about risk. Like, if you're not taking risk in life, what are you doing? Do you understand? It's not enough to just go about. You understand my point ahead? So let's come back. I have given us 15,000, 15,440, 15,710, and 15,900. But that's for later. Right now, looking at US 100, it is still a bearish market, and so a sell is envisaged. But US 100 is currently, for me, US 100 is oversold. US 100 is oversold. So what I am going to advise is for us to wait for some level of retracement. Let me apply 50 period moving average. We have to wait for some level of retracement. When you have some level of retracement, it's now be better for us to go into the market from there. And that means that I should be looking at the closest, the nearest resistance where price is for me to take my sell from the nearest resistance. Okay. So if you look at this chart, if you look at how price fell here, you see, I'm explaining why to you. If you look at how price fell here, price ranged a bit around here. It ranged a bit before it went further down. So for me, this is a zone where I feel like it's an opportunity for me to take advantage of a sell in the market. If price retraces, from here, if price retraces up to 15,060, price retraces up to 15,060, if price retraces to 15,060, 15,100, 15,100, 15,060, that is where I advise that you take your sell from. You understand? Because the market currently is oversold. So what that means, it does not mean that it will not sell. It just means that it is the risk to enter into a sell at the current price is quite great, except you are just scalping. You're just entering and coming out, entering and coming out. But the risk is very large because when the market is oversold like this, there's a high chance that a retracement is inevitable. You understand? We can see how oversold the market is. Look at it on the RSI. You can see how well below the 30 period moving the 30 period RSI it is oversold. You understand? So even if you're going into a sell, you want to wait for price to retrace back up. Okay, the risk taking a sell here is great. It's better. There is less risk taking a sell from this small resistance point. You understand? So I would advise you wait for price to retrace towards 15,060 to 15,100, and then you can take a sell from there. You understand? You can't really know that more people are buying or selling, but you can tell that there are more sellers in the market when you check how the way the market is moving. For the past couple of hours, market has been selling, so it tells you that there are more sellers in the market. You understand? The direction that the market is taking is a direction that most people are taking. You understand? Because the market moves in the direction, follows majority, it follows volume. You understand? So more volume is selling US 100 than buying. That's why we have it like this. Okay, so how do we know when the trend changes? Very important. We cannot tell when trend changes. We can only use support and resistance as our guide. And so that is why I personally feel like if you check here on the daily time frame, US 100 is likely going to sell to this untested support on this daily time frame. That means that US 100 is likely going to sell to 14,650. If it breaks this place on daily time frame, then to continue selling. But for the purpose of long-term analysis, US 100 is likely still going to sell to 14,650. Okay, but to get in on that trend, it may not be wise to just enter a sale now. It's better to wait for, because on the daily time frame, it's not oversold. It's not oversold, so there's still room for it to sell. But we're just saying that there's likely going to be a retracement now, and then it will go and gather momentum to sell further. So I'd rather wait for it to retrace. Okay, I'd rather wait for it to retrace to around that 15,100, and then I take a sell from there. Or you use sell limits. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. So you can use, if you want to use sell limit, you can use your sell limit around 15,100 or 15,101, 15,105, around those zones. You understand? So that's that for US 100. Okay, that's that for US 100 personally. Okay, let's move on. Let's check out another index. Check out some of the other indices, and then we will now look at entering the market for okay, US 500, also the same thing, but you can see that its own retracement is coming up, is clearer than US 100. You understand? So it's doing almost the same thing. I expect that US 500 will also trade or fall. What's the difference between verified resistance and Tonko resistance? Verified resistance is a resistance that price has been rejected more. So it happens more than Tonko. But what Tonko resistance means is that Tonko resistance is a resistance that was most recently a support. You understand? Was most recently a support. Mr. Babatunde, I believe you're just joining us because maybe you just joined us like 2 seconds ago. So we just finished US 100. So let's look at US 500. Bearish move in the market. US 500 is also selling. So it just seems like I'm repeating the same thing, you understand? But for emphasis sake, let's do that. So if you check, it's very possible that around where US 500 is now is a support, you understand? And it has already made like a hammer. And what does a hammer mean? Remember when we were doing candlestick patterns, we said a hammer, a candlestick like this. Let me zoom in. A candlestick like this, a hammer, when you see it after a fall like this, when you see it like this, it's telling you that there's a high chance that there's a likely retracement. Okay, so you don't want to sell now. You want to wait for US 500 to also retrace. And once it retraces, you can take a sell. Okay, you can take a sell from once it retraces. Okay, so for me, I feel like if you're scalping now, even on US 500, if you're scalping now, right now, if you want to do intraday trading on US 500, you can take a buy right now. You can scalp a buy here. Just scalp a buy because this retracement is likely going to continue upwards, like we said. But this is a good point for me to sell US 500 on, and of course, I will explain why I said that. So I feel like whatever retracement US 500 is doing, this is a good zone for me to sell it from. Now, why? Because if you check the way it fell, if you check the way it sold here, sold and sold and sold, this zone is where it had a kind of range. Okay, so that means that there was a barrier to the movement of price here. Okay, there was a barrier to movement of price here. Okay, so that is why I feel like if price heads back towards this zone, I can expect to sell from here. Okay, so for US 500, you can actually scalp a buy now. It's showing level of retracement, just like we said US 100 will do, D30 will likely do. So a buy is actually advised right now, but a greater move on US 500 is to actually sell, wait for price to buy to continue the trend from 44.30, 44.30, 44.40. These are zones you want to sell US 500 from. Okay, those are zones you want to sell US 500 from. Okay, so that's US 500. Not hard. Say buy right now. Say buy. You can scalp a buy right now. You can make some good profits just scalping a buy. Okay, because of the retracement in the market right now, you can scalp a buy, but you already have resistance points where we feel like price may likely get there to continue the trend. Okay, look at US 30 on 1 hour. US 30 is giving me a clear buy generally right now. Okay, of course, the fact that we are saying a buy does not take away from the fact that it's on a downtrend. Okay, it's just that this is a verified support and it has done what we call a double bottom. It has done a double bottom. So instead of selling here is greater risk. Selling here is a lot of risk. Okay, so it's better you want to buy from here. If you're trading US 30 right now, you want to scalp a buy. That's better. Okay, I feel like the best place to actually sell US 30 will likely retrace. will likely retrace to this point. US 30 will likely retrace to this point, and then we can now consider selling it from there. You understand? Right now, US 30 will push up. You can scalp a buy right now on US 30. You can scalp a buy on US 30. But from this zone here, from around 34,740 for US 30, from around 34,740, you can sell. 34,740, 34,670. Between 34,670 to 34,740, you can actually look out for a sell on US 30. But right now, it's a buy. Okay, it's a buy. It's giving us a clear hammer on 1 hour, and US 30 is oversold. So it's good to actually take a buy right now. You understand? That's US 30. Let's look at US 2000. Remember that to even trade indices, you need to have good volume. To trade indices, you need to have good volume. Let me say the truth. To trade indices, there are people who get lucky, fund 30,000, fund 40,000 and make a lot of money from US 2000 and all this. But there are more people who lose when they trade like that. Okay, if that is what you have, focus on currencies. Okay, you want to make very good money without stress. You don't want to waste time. Okay, you need to have good funds in your account to trade this. Okay, so this is US 2000. US 2000 is crazy. It has US 2000 is leading, like it is selling even more than others. But US 2000 has gotten to its own support. For me, even on the daily time frame, it has gotten to its own support. So I don't advise a further sell on US 2000. In fact, personally, I'll be looking out for a buy on US 2000. Okay, I'll be looking out for a buy in US 2000. There's a verified support just somewhere around the corner here, which it may crazily try to do. But US 2000, I expect it to make very good retracement. Like I expect it to make a very good retracement in the market. What I would advise for US 2000 is that if you can set a sell stop. I expect it to buy, but because of the trend, I can set a sell stop around here because we have like a hammer here. So my sell stop can go below the wick of that hammer. Okay, but personally for US 2000, I would advise a buy on US 2000. Let's see on a smaller time frame where the nearest resistance is. Okay, we have a small resistance at 1815. We have a small resistance at 1815. So if it breaks that resistance at 1815, it will likely continue buying. Okay, so that said, let's just have our buy stop here too. Okay, so have our buy stop at around 1816. Have our buy stop at around 1816, and take profit can be at 1818. Okay, buy stop at 1816, take profit at 1818. Okay, but this is my own advice for US 2000. If you're trading US 2000, considering the fact that it has hit a support even on the daily time frame and to likely retrace a bit more, I would expect the buy on US 2000 to continue for a while. You understand? So the nearest resistance where you want to take advantage of a sell is around 1825. If it buys to 1825, you can take advantage of a sell on US 2000. Okay. Okay, let's move on from there. Okay, so we've looked at US 100D, 30, US 2000, US 30, and US 500, right? So I think that what is left for us is to now consider gold, consider oil, and some currencies before the 230 session actually begins. Okay. Okay, so this is gold. Gold has, so some of these lines you see are pending other trades or signals that I've actually sent to clients. This is gold. I have done US 100. I've done it. Um, okay. Trying to be sure. Because for me, this chart does not look, it's not correct. So let me refresh. Let's get an updated chart. Sorry, just trying to make sure my chart is fine. Oh, what's happening with gold chart? Well, from if you look at gold, this what you see on the chart, just having some small network issues. Because I know gold really sold today. I know gold sold. I think gold is currently at 1915. Currently gold is at 1915. So and that sell is a very strong sell in the market. But just like we said about other instruments, let me see if this thing is affecting everything or just no, it's just gold. So if you check, you see that the dollar has actually got into the dollar index, first of all, because whenever you want to analyze gold, I like to analyze dollar index. Look at dollar index. It has gotten this verified resistance. It has done an inverted hammer. So that means that we'll likely expect the dollar index to sell, to fall. You understand? And if that's the case, that means gold will likely be able to get space to breathe. Okay, so gold will be able to breathe. Okay, so let's for gold, sorry that this thing is stuck. If gold is misbehaving, I'll come back to it, but let me just look at it one more time. Thank you. Exactly. So this is gold. So if you check gold, like I said, if you look at the dollar index, gold is currently selling, yes. But if you look at the dollar index is already at a verified resistance here, where it has done like a double top, and a retracement is actually expected, especially since it gave like an inverted hammer. Okay, so it's possible that from this place where gold is, it's very possible that gold will likely push up from there. Do you understand? It's a verified support. So I will not look at gold and say you should continue to sell gold right now. Okay, I would even advise that you buy gold from this particular support where it is. Okay, from this support where gold is, I expect some level of retracement back to the upside. Okay, so let's look at it on the daily time frame. Okay, on daily time frame, look at how much gold has fallen to the strength of the dollar. Wow. Okay, so from that support, I don't expect gold to actually keep selling. But if it breaks below, if gold, I would advise a buy on gold right now from this place where it is. Advise a buy on gold. You can actually buy gold right now, make some profit from this 1914. You can buy gold to around 1916 or thereabout. This 1914 where gold is right now, you can do an instant buy right now to 1916. on gold. But if gold breaks below, if gold breaks below 1911, if gold breaks below 1911, then that will be like your stop loss for that buy. Okay, I've advised a buy right now, a buy on gold right now. Okay, if gold breaks below 1911, that's when maybe that will be your stop loss, and then from there, if it can break below, that means close below 1911, then that's when I may expect that you can now sell to around 1907. But right now you should be on a buy on gold. That's what I would advise. Advise a buy on gold right now. From this 1914 to around 1916 or thereabouts, okay? Okay, so DE30 could not break that support zone that we give, right? Could not break that support zone. That's why it's always important. Well, if somebody had actually, we said that you should actually look out for a sell from 15. Okay, this was 1560, 1570. Well, DE30 is already approaching that zone where we said we could actually take a sell and make profit from. Even within this zone, anybody who actually entered a sell around here would be in profit. But since it is pushing up with what we have seen on what the dollar did, you know, if you check this dollar now, with what this dollar has done like this, it's very possible that this buy on DE30 will continue for a while. Oh. Do you understand? See that because with what the dollar index has done, technically giving us an inverted hammer, telling us that it's likely going to sell a bit further, technically, I think that this buy on gold will likely continue for a while. You understand? So if you're trading DE30, DE30, if you're trading DE30, I think you can still take advantage of a buy right now. Okay, but it's on a downtrend. So anything that makes it buy to around that 15,760 we talked about, we can actually look out for a sell from there. Okay, recheck US 500. Oh, gold rather. No audio. What is the TP for gold? There's no TP. Okay, let me look at the US 100. And we said that we should be careful of a further sell on US 100, right? I feel like US 100 is going to, it's your network. It's your network. Because I have the feedback here and it's fine. You understand? So we feel like the sell on US 100 has become too much and it's very risky. It's very risky. So that's why we have said that we should actually consider buying US 100 right now. You can actually consider a buy on US 100 right now. Okay? Consider a buy on US 100. And then we've given a zone that we feel that when it gets to, you can sell from there. You can be doing a quick scalp on US 100 buy right now. But if it gets to that 15,100, you expect that you want to sell from that particular zone. Okay, then I can also give you a sell stop on US 100. I can give you a sell stop at around 15,920. You know, you can have your sell stop at around 15,920, take profit at around 15,960. Okay. But this retracement is expected. I expect this retracement, then we can sell. Okay, so I said we're selling US 100. If it buys up to from 15,050 to 15,100, those are places you want to look out for a sell. Okay, okay, that's my advice. DE30, I said you should take a buy, right? I said you should take a buy, so it could be on a buy right now. GBP USD also seems like it will likely retrace. I advise that you can take advantage of a buy right now on GBP USD. You can take a buy right now on GBP USD. Consider some 10-20 pips. Okay. If your stop loss can be at around 1.22239 around there. If it comes back down to that point, then I'll advise that you should actually, that means it likely wants to continue the trend. But GBP USD should push up, should buy some. Let me see how many pips we have from the closest resistance. 50 pips. So GBP USD should actually push up some 20 pips from where it is right now. Okay, GBP USD should push up some 20 pips from where it is. Gold actually told us to take a buy on gold from 1914, right? I said come out at around 1916. Seems like this was able to hit there, but there's still more opportunity to actually take a buy on gold, come out at around 1916, 1917. Okay, because with what we saw on the dollar index, gold should likely retrace to the upside for a while before coming back down. So I would advise a buy on gold. I advise a buy on gold. You take profit could be around 1917, 1916. Okay. It's working. Is it working? It's working. Oh, are not working rather. US 500 and US 30 scalp buy is working so far. Do I stop? US 30 and US 500 is not obeying. Let's see where that is. Eventually. Okay. Well, I don't know how many. This person is a very scared trader. He's a very scared trader because I was expecting that it has really gone against you. But you see, you are, you know me, I'm always being realistic. It's very important that because what your trading capital or what your trading is doing is first affecting your psychology than even what your account is. The truth is, what you're seeing on your account now, it's not the trade, it's your balance. You understand? So if you need to wait for the 230 session, you can wait. If you need to close the 230, the US 30 and US 500, you can close it. But what we have said is that US 500 has really sold, is oversold, and then it's giving us this hammer like this. It's expect some level of retracement is actually expected. You understand? Some level of retracement to the upside is actually expected. That's what I personally believe. You understand? Any sell on US 100 should be below maybe 4,000. Let me see, 4,400. If I'm going to sell US 500, it's going to be below 4,400. Or if I'm going to close my buy, it's going to be below 4,400. But I may be able to manage that. You may not be able to manage that. It's very important. You understand? So, but like I said, I still expect a retracement for US 500. US 30. I also still expect a retracement for US 30. That's what I expect. It's really sold, and it's giving us candlesticks to tell us that a retracement is inevitable. So the only time I'm going to still sell US 30 if it breaks below 34,440. If it closes below 34,440, then I will be able to sell it to this verified support. I'll be able to sell it to verified support at 34,330. You understand? But I will still be looking out for a buy. I've given my reasons. You understand? Giving my reasons. Okay. I think we already talked about GBP. We talked about gold. Yeah, we've not talked about oil. And then yesterday we talked about gold. I know, I'm very sure that it's possible. Very few persons would have actually been able to make that money from gold. So gold was able to sell, and it's doing its own retracement. The return we are expecting for that's oil, sorry, was able to sell. The return we are expecting for others. Okay, gold has actually done it early hours of this morning. You understand? And what it has done, it has likely covered up the gap that it made. That's covered up that gap. But the truth is that I personally expect that gold will still sell further. Okay, why do I say that? Because if you check the candlestick pattern on gold, at an overbought zone, what was gold? The gold was able to form like an inverted hammer and confirm it on the daily time frame. So I still expect, what am I saying? Gold, oil, sorry. Oil formed an inverted hammer, confirmed it, and I still expect it to sell further. You understand? I expect it to sell further. So this is what I'm going to advise. This is what I'm going to advise on oil. Good. Now on oil, this is 15 minutes time frame. From this 15 minutes time frame here, we can see a double top. We can see a double top that is likely going to form. Look at if price gets to this resistance point here, it's likely going to form a double top. Okay, so if it forms a double top, that is where you expect price to fall from. What is a double top? A double top is a resistance point where price has gotten to, like, it got here, came down, and went there. That's a double top. So from here, I expect it to sell. So anything that makes oil buy to around 94.70, I expect that you can sell from there. You can sell from 94.70. Okay, you can sell from 94.70. Okay, I still expect that oil is going to sell for that. This buy that oil did was just to retrace and cover that gap that he made. But I personally still expect oil to sell for that, to do retracement. So the best thing to do for oil is to sell from resistance. Best thing you want to do for oil is to sell from resistance. You understand? Okay, that is oil. Let me look at, I think, have we checked? Let's check some other currencies. Oh, double top. I said double top is a resistance point where price recently got to. Like price got up to that place, came down, and went back there. That's a double top. So we have what we call double top. We have what we call double bottom. You understand? Like price got here. Look at this place on USG. Price got here, went up, came down here. Second time, that's like a double bottom. And from there, price will now likely get a bigger push up. That's what double top and double bottom means. Okay. Here's the JPY. Still bullish. Yes, JPY, I think they're going to release their data tomorrow. They're going to release their data tomorrow, and that data is likely going to push the price of JPY. Now, that data is likely going to come out very early in the morning, around 1 a.m. or thereabout. So for people who trade JPY, you may need to be up by then. Need to, because they'll be having their, and the thing is, Forex Factory is not even giving us a date yet. It's tentative on Forex Factory. So if you want to trade USD JPY, I'll just advise that you wait. You can check Forex Factory towards the end of today. Towards the end of today, 11 p.m., 12 midnight today, check Forex Factory to get the time for their statement, so that you can know what to affect. Oh, congratulations, well done. Okay. So you have made from good even before 2:30 session. Okay. And anybody who also scalped US 100, might have made some small profit. GBP USD, bullish, gold, bullish, retracing, US 500, retracing back upwards, US 30, retracing back upwards, So just manage some of the small profits. But please, so for me, I'm not really interested in this. I'm happy. I'm happy that you guys made something on go, but I really hope you understand what we have talked about, because the next time you'll be hearing from me will be next week Wednesday. You understand? The next time you hear from me will be next week Wednesday. But I have given us analysis, to determine where to take. So don't let this buy that is currently happening in the market should not really deceive you. You have made money from the buy, fine. It's likely going to still buy further, make money from it, fine. But remember the trend of the market. Remember the trend of the market, so that you will not be shocked and say, why is this thing selling now? He's buying before, it's not selling. No. It is retracing. You understand? That's what I believe. Of course, I may be wrong, but I feel it is retracing for price to take better position. You understand? You're welcome. Okay, let me drop my phone number. So I please just reach me on WhatsApp. WhatsApp will be better. You understand? You people are my organs. I'm not trying to be forming one important whatever. It will just be better if you can reach me on WhatsApp, so that I can attend to you guys one after the other. You understand? So just reach me. The name is Samuel. Hey, Samuel, how far? This, that. And as soon as I can, I'll reply. Okay. So I just dropped it. Just dropped it on the chat. Just dropped it on the chat. I also want to drop the YouTube link. So when you check our YouTube link, you can actually get all those other things we've talked about. We also need to have a class where we will, we're going to talk. We've talked about strategy. I think I've spent about 2 weeks or 3 weeks talking about the EMA strategy. Next time we're having this session, next week, Wednesday, we're going to look at another strategy. But please, I expect feedbacks on that strategy. Somebody was asking for the EMA strategy. You can check on YouTube. I think it's going to have the title EMA scalping strategy. That's the title it's going to have. You understand? If it's not, I will confirm after this class. I will confirm. If it's not there, that's what I'm saying. So anybody who traded US30, as you can see on the chart, made some profits. Yes, D30. Yeah, I think we said with what the dollar index is showing, should actually buy D30 until this 15,760 or so. But you know what? For D30, let's leave D30. If you're not on a buy on D30 now, if you're on profit on D30, fine, good. But if you're not on a trade on D30 now, let's wait. Because this is US session. We'll get more volatility on the US market than even D30. You understand? So that US 100, if you're on a buy on US 100, fine. Yeah, good. But they will likely push up from here. But when the 230 market starts, you're going to get a lot of noise. Okay. We are already in the 230 safe. Already in the 230. Let's also check what we said about oil. So don't forget that for US 100, wherever it does, once it buys to 15,100 or thereabout, you want to look out for yourself from that point. You understand? But right now, market is retracing against the dollar, and you can take advantage of that. Okay. Do not also forget to use your 50 EMA on 15 minutes or even on 1 hour to take advantage of the market. For oil also, we said that oil, yes, is bullish, but once it buys towards 94.70, you can look out for a sell from that place. I also said that I expect oil to be on a downtrend. So resistance points are where you want to take advantage of a sell on oil. Okay. Okay, yes, 500, good. I also said for USD-JPY that you may want to hold on USD-JPY. They're going to be having a high impact data early hours of the morning. If you check Forex Factory, they put tentative there, but their data is usually, because it's Asian session, so usually around 12 midnight, 1 in the day, 1 a.m. or something like that. You understand? So that's what you want to check out. Okay. He's on. Thank you, Ifeanyi. Help me propagate the gospel of my phone number. Okay, guys. You did not see 50 AMA on your phone. It's there. It's once you tap on your screen. Can I show us? Let me try and show us. Let me try now. Let me try and show us. Just a minute, please. Okay, I'm going to share my phone screen. I'm going to share my phone screen. So I will show you how to do it with the phone. Okay. I'm trying to do it, but I'm having a small issue with connecting with my phone. See, if you're using your phone, so that I don't just waste time. If you're using your phone, once you get to your chart, get to your MT4 chart, just you'll see an F at the top of the chart. F. Once you select it, the next thing you're looking for F plus. After the F, you're looking for an F plus. That F plus means to add. To add. So once you click on that F plus, you will see trend. On that trend, you see moving average. So from that moving average, you can put 50, you can put whatever. Well, the person that plays sell on D30 when it's buying, let's look at it. Because I don't know, maybe your network was poor or something like that. Well, once you're in profit, close it because it's still around that retracement point. There's a high chance that it will likely continue buying from here. You understand? But Sarah, the way this thing has worked, if you actually followed what I said, you should be in profit, even on D30. You understand? So I don't know where you entered the sell because this is the zone I marked the sell, and around that place is currently selling. So I mean, some of the comments just mean some of the things I said. But anyway, please go to YouTube and listen to this thing again. You understand? Go to YouTube and listen to this class again, okay? Yes. So I think that is all for now. There's the places I showed you US on the FT end of the year. You won't take profit and stop loss for that. I don't have take profit and stop loss for that. Okay. Yes. From this point here like this. Oh, well, those that are on D30 sell, I think you have D30 already selling. US 100 is still buying. Everything is working. I don't want to look at these things again. Okay, so somebody asked and said, where do you find on YouTube? Just once you get to our YouTube page, I dropped the YouTube link. I dropped it again just now. Once you go to YouTube, if you take it to our YouTube page, you will see under videos, you will see the classes. You understand? You'll see the different classes, especially on the days of upload. Like this one now is currently going on. So this is the last video you'll see there. Okay. Yes, but I really need to head out now. Have another session very soon. God bless you all. Yes, 30 is selling, please. Well, US30 actually bought. US30 actually bought. It seems that you entered late, but it's currently on a verified support. So you need to hold on. If you're on a sell on US30, calm down and hold on. This candle has to close. Remember that I gave you a price. I said if it breaks below 34,440, then you can sell. So if you are on that buy and it is selling, calm down. If it breaks below that 34.40, then you may need to close that buy and recover some of that loss from selling from 34.40 to 34.330. You understand? But the time I said for you to enter a sell, I guess you entered a bit late. Sorry, a buy. So I guess you entered a bit late. This thing, but this retracement is likely going to continue. What US30 is just doing is, some hide and seek. So calm down. There's a support there. Okay, watch it. If you retrace, it's likely going to still retrace towards your entry point again. You understand? So just relax, just calm down. I'm talking about US30, D30. I saw it fall now, so I expect that the people who complain, are people who are on a sell. I saw it fall, so don't expect that anybody is really complaining about that. Okay, see, if I begin to respond to all this, we will not leave here today. But please, this same link will be available 8 o'clock tomorrow, morning market review. Let's not forget to attend. And then 2 p.m. tomorrow. Okay. God bless you all. Thank you for your time. I wish you all very good profit. Bye for now.